facilities, good road network, electricity and pipe-borne water are capable of transforming the rural communities and eventually making them attractive for habitation. All these have seriously challenged the capacity of government at all levels to realize socio-economic development and environmental protection, which are all components of sustainable development. Notably, the dearth of information dissemination about the state of these locales has contributed in slowing down the pace of gathering demographics to hasten government's intervention in these areas. Hence, Planet Radio's Spectrum Television's decision to introduce a program designed to reach out to these areas with the aim of attracting governmental attention to the plight of people living in rural areas. Welcome to this week's edition of Reach Out, a 30-minute news documentary program that brings to focus the socio-economic activities in rural areas and to assess the level of infrastructural development with the aim of attracting government and individual attention to those areas. Stay tuned as we bring to you the realities of our last visit to Etebi Idong Asang, an agro-based community in Esreke local government area of Akwa Ibom State.
Hello Nigeria, hello Akwa Ibom. Our communities should have a voice. Our communities should be seen, heard, and helped. And follow me as we bring you closer to the people. My name is Uyai Anyekan and this is Reach Out.
Today's story is about Etebi Idong Asang in Esreke local government area. Most villages in Akwa Ibom are blessed with an abundance of natural resources. Yet, the lack of government presence in these communities leaves them at the hand of poverty and a lack of employment where there could have been an abundance of job opportunities. Etebi Idong Asang is not left out of this cycle as they are blessed with a vast expanse of palm agreeable land which was founded in 1962 for the growing of palm fruits large enough to feed the need of a country if properly managed and administered. On arrival in the village, we were welcomed by members of the council who granted us audience and shared the needs and challenges of the community with the Reach Out crew. Etebi Idong Asang village is in Esreke local government area and it's a community with a population of over 10,000 people. Some of the challenges as enumerated by the community leaders include the lack of electricity supply. Although the village can boast of electric wirings, it is said that they live in darkness more often than not. The village with an over 10,000 population is serviced by just one government primary and secondary school to cater for the educational needs of the indigents. An overburdened primary health care facility is a major problem in the village.
We have a national high school, which was a boarding school before. But over years, the boarding section has not been functioning. In fact, the place is just an eyesore. No more boarding section. The structure in that place has been dilapidated, so which needs government attention. The health center, which will have the primary health care of this very community, is not all that good in the sense that there is no security. The place is not fenced. It's supposed to be, well fenced so that the patients who are hospitalized, can be safe. The insecurity in our country, Nigeria, today. The primary school, existing primary school that we have, we don't even have, the staff quarters, like the headmaster's house and other teachers who are supposed to stay in the school compound to look after the school. And also no perimeter fencing around the school, just the front of that, the frontage of that primary school, you see the fence, but turning around the backside, the place is just opened. So we need a government attention to equally come in here and assist to at least, give us the headmasters and the staff quarters, houses so that the teachers can stay in that school. Because of the fact that there's no security in that place, and the principals and the teachers are not living in that school compound, so is the place just open for vandality. The National High School Etebi was built by the community, and the government came in and took over the administrations of that school. So, but today the place is not all that good as it should.
The population is on the higher side, so the health center cannot really take care of our health needs here. Yes, the greatest problem we have in this place is absence of electricity. You must have noticed that we have the lines and everything that should bring us lights here. But unfortunately, nobody knows, nobody explains why we do not even have lights here. It comes once in a blue moon, and it could even come and does not last for 15 minutes. So we spend our money, burn fuel, use our individual's generator.
Agboro iko ikang, well, nyini kati kang gumi. Agboro ndese minsemba, mbe yomeri charge phone.
Water is an essential provision that every community ought to have, but members of this village cannot boast of a working and efficient water scheme to provide adequate and portable water for the community.
I think as we speak, we don't even have a functional water scheme in this place that befits this community. All what you have is a mini whatever structure in the name of a water scheme that is always very, very irregular in terms of supply.
With regards to basic amenities and infrastructural development, a lot is done and yet so much more not covered by the presence of government or private organizations who can be of help. If you will host the Reach Out crew to your community or area to help tell your story, do well to call and text the numbers on your screen. On this program, we also allow communities that are beneficiaries of the transformation program of the state government to appreciate the gesture by sharing with us. If you are a political leader or representative of your people at the national, state or local government levels and you have executed meaningful projects in your community and you want us to talk about it on this program, feel free to call us on 0704 5417 707 and your community could be the next. This is Reach Out. We'll take a quick break. When we return, we will bring you more insights in Etebi Idong-Asang of Eseriket local government area. To stay with us.
Hello Nigeria, hello Akwa Ibom. Our communities should have a voice. Our communities should be seen, heard and helped. And follow me as we bring you closer to the people. My name is Uyai Anyekan and this is Reach Out.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying tuned. We're bringing you sights and sights from a village in Esreke local government area. A major turn in the flesh of the people of Etebi Idong-Asang village is about the defunct aqua palm, recommissioned by the Governor Domimano-led administration as Dakada Palm, first established in 1962, yet has experienced several administrative and name changes that have not necessarily left the palm plantation more stable or productive. However, upon our visit to the community, we gathered the government administrators had just recently visited and did a handover of a new administrative block, a process that is laden with a hope that will birth a new day of productiveness in and off the Dakada Palm Farm in Esreke local government area. Right on the heel of the incapacitation of the palm plantation is the fact that the rate of unemployment and lack of manpower development in the community is alarming. The community leaders hold the belief that if the palm farm is developed, it will offer the teeming youth of the community an opportunity to be gainfully employed and engaged by the government.
Palm plantation, which we really want government to come in and show presence, you know. Defunct, they used to call it Aqua Palm, but now I think there is some other name, is it Dagada Global Farm. Like that, the representative of the government came sometime like that. They said they will come and reactivate the place and enter into an agreement with the community that they will reactivate it, give us nursery, install a pressing mill for us. But none of those things is on ground to be seen. But we are told that they are still coming. But when they will come in fully, we don't know. Of course, you know the implication of having that kind of a place active here is going to take care of the teeming youths and, of course, reduce the restiveness in the community. The only thing they would have done would have been to reactivate that farm, you know, and get these youths employed.
Government again, you have any? Ebo ikoro akparo egeze ikoro ENDC. Enyo eri ikoro agwapam. Ira ro enyo eri ogbonyen. Etero ekere ADC. Ekere ENDC, ekere ADC. Eri ekere kwapam. Ira ro ri kere Dakara Global Company. Nyimini ikoro yoro ka kirong. Mese mo government again you eri I toro. Ngomagro ake tayirong moro. So kirong ka nyine se yung ikama yung kami ibe kamirong toro akai moro yung aba se mo se yung siang to turo ibo ufok iro konte eto nyini kama se nyini bo ibe ne kanto yung ro se mo yung use ibo ufok iro uto bi ba ikoro yo boro ke nyini se yung ro mo se yung re ma yung kamini yung ibo ke ya to be yo mo yung gbe ntoko koro yung ro ero ikoro ro ito yo munzi yo yam dong bo yo yam bo mo ngomagro so ruanyen boru ruanyen ko ruanyen ere mekbere ruari ko nikem se mo wo ayu fo ori kem wo emi tatang no logo government chairman yung ka yung ori se so you promise ya na ya yo so am pene yo so ma yo ndoro ya franyen so ngbo iba ni ngbo nduru antoro mo inama ngomagro sungomi mpra nyini mini mpra wak ngomagro panakpan ndem boy koro yobo mobo kere dararo egbe boy re te mo ni ki koro re nam ata mari wak mbara wa mbonte mo we pa na muto me nam gembir mbutina na muto ngire mi kor ogbe bu ben fene ko koro rum frami uwo kanu wo aba ite bu ben fene ko koro ro mo kama ka phone we kan itrezi tiese fo ba.
The road infrastructure in Etebi Dongasang did not escape the cry and plea for government interventions. Some of the roads that the community can boast of was once constructed about 25 years ago by ExxonMobil, and yet again, in terms of this basic community, the people of this community expressed their lack of feeling the government's presence.
The road you have seen is about 25 years old, done by the ExxonMobil. Apart from this road that leads from Jamestown Junction, from Ikorseko down to somewhere in Bo local government, I don't think we can boast of any motorable road in this place. In this place, we should have a functional daily market, and I don't think we have any of such thing. Because some people here, of course, you should know, are fishermen. You know, so, but since the road is not motorable, that beach is not been put to use. For the whole of Esreket, there is no commercial bank. The whole of this local government, there is no commercial bank.
We embarked on the farming, fishing, and a whole lot of other things which we are doing. So we have a fisher. Most of the people here are farmers and fishermen. We have settlements. We have settlements, otherwise called Akuya, that is Top Creek. We have settlements there. So this very community is very large. And it landed at where we could have Akboso, the seashore there. So all what we need is, we need the government to come in and assist us, to give us a road to the Atlantic Ocean. We call Esogorua Asan Beach Road. So we need government to come in, and assist us. On our own as a community, over years we have been tracing that road to the seashore. What we are lacking is that, on our own as a community, we cannot do all those things. We need the government's, presence. So we need government attention to come and give us a road from here, Tebidongosan, to Esogorua Asan, Okboso, which has been our own settlement. There are some roads which need to be opened. Like our community is a border with the Mbo local government, which is Orukambie, and by the left side here is the Uruefong Urungwe, which is Urungpo, which is Uruefong local government. So at least this other side of the road is supposed to be opened from Tebi, Akwata here to Mugbo, Okosi, to Okosi. That was supposed to be open. But if you go in there, the vehicle cannot access that road, except you drive a jeep. That road construction, the TBM road, is political. They only come to inspect the road whenever it is election time. The market here, it is a community effort, like the existing market that we have. We need the government that will come and take over that plantation. We need development. We welcome development in our community.
That Makata Bank is along the border road, just a stone through here, opposite primary school there. So please, we ask you to use this medium to tell the government a distance from here to Eket Menta is very far. Most of us, when we go there to get money from the bank on our way, they rob women from this Aquapam when it was in the system. So we need that bank. Any other bank can take that structure. There's a structure there.
Because if I walk very me one cycle, me one motor, now got
There you have it. If you're a political leader or representative of your people at the national, state, or local government levels, and you have executed meaningful projects in your community, and you want us to talk about it on this program, feel free to call us on the phone numbers on your screen, and your community could be the next. As an indigene, you can also invite us to your village to talk about the development as well as the challenges facing your community, and use the opportunity to solicit for assistance from relevant government agencies, corporate organizations, and individuals. Do so by calling us on 070-4541-7707. That is 0704-541-7707. Please do well to leave a text message with your community details after your call. Meanwhile, thank you for your calls and invitations. Keep them coming, and we partner to make our state a better place. That's all we have for you on this week's edition of Reach Out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and other social media platforms, all of which you can find on our website, spectrumtv.ng. This was Reach Out. I am Uyaya Nyekan. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Hello Nigeria, hello Akwa Ibom. Our communities should have a voice. Our communities should be seen, heard, and helped. Take a moment and follow me as we bring you closer to the people. My name is Uyai Anyekan, and this is Reach Out.
Spectrum TV, broadening your horizon.
The Central Bank of Nigeria has extended deadline for the use of old Naira notes to 10th of February 2023. Join us as we sample opinion on the availability of the new Naira notes. Despite the extension of the deadline for the circulation of old 1,000 Naira, 500 Naira and 200 Naira notes to February 10th, Nigerians continue to face frustration as ATMs were largely empty across the country. The few that had the new Naira notes had very long queues, with customers standing for many hours to take turns. Even after queuing, some returned home empty-handed as available cash in ATMs was exhausted.
I came here around 9 o'clock in the morning, and I have been here till now. No money, nobody attended to us. I went inside, nothing happening. Till now, nobody attended to us. I've been coming in, going out with cars, black cars, coming in, going out. Nobody attended to us.
I asked in the office and they said they have paid, they have received their alert. But here there's no ATM that is dispensing any money. But the First Bank has done it where they have changed their ATM, they are all new ATM machines, but there's no money there. Then I called on one of the security in the premises that I saw that shouldn't we eat again? He said we should talk to the manager.
You have been here since morning to get my money, and CBN reports is that this new policy that there's enough money, 30 million naira per branch, to be dispensed in ATM. I've obliged as an obedient citizen. I plunged in my money. Now to get just 5,000 naira, I couldn't. Since morning I've been here. Nobody attend to me. Is it a crime? Is it a crime? Is it a crime to open accounts? Is it a crime to put my money in the bank?
I came here in the morning. There were a lot of people around, so I just left. And I went to other banks to see if I will even get space. It's still the same thing in all the banks. So I came back here, and for past 1.5 hours, I have been waiting on the line, and all of a sudden, the money finished. And then the bank, nobody has come out to do anything about it.
Traders in markets and many business operators in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State capital, have refused to accept old Naira notes from customers for fear of recording losses in their operations. Traders demand that the Central Bank of Nigeria and the federal government increase the availability of the new notes to mitigate hardship. According to a business operator known as Promise, people still have the old notes and they are finding it nearly impossible to deposit them in the banks due to congestion and overcrowding, while some banks are still paying customers with old notes. She said she had gone to 10 different points of sales and 5 different automated teller machines to withdraw, but to no avail.
I'm just coming out from the bank. I went to get money. The crowd was too much and I didn't have any money on me. So coming out, I had to trek. I went to the POS, they didn't have, I've been to like 10 POS, there was no money anywhere. And even the bank, they are still giving old notes. You get, so when you want to get something from these local people who don't understand how the system works, they will reject the money. They'll say they are looking for the new note, and the bank are not issuing the new note. And besides, you can't even get to the bank. The crowd there alone is too much. People are not able to get money. People said, like the people I met today, they said they've been here for the last 3 days, since Monday. They've not been able to get even 1,000. People are shedding tears. Like yesterday, I had someone collapse.
Point of sales operators is in bricks business as it charged 10% for withdrawals. Withdrawal of 10,000 naira new notes is charged 1,000 naira, while old notes attracts between 200 naira and 500 naira. According to some of the point of sales operators, 10% of charges on every transaction were due to insufficient circulation of the redesigned naira notes and the stress involved in obtaining them from the ATMs. They disclosed that they obtain money from petrol stations and supermarkets, paying 10% for e-transactions.
They are using money to buy money now because there is no money.
From business center now, like supermarket, filling station like that. When you go there, you have to buy the money. You still deposit the money for them.
I've gone to the bank where I've seen they are still giving out old notes, even inside the banking hall.
Some customers said they had queued at different ATMs belonging to different banks, but could not withdraw any money because the notes were exhausted before it was their turn. They said even an attempt to withdraw new notes at the counter did not yield positive results, as they were informed that banks were instructed not to make over-the-counter payments of new notes but fill their ATMs with only redesigned notes. Meanwhile, banks operators have refused to refill their machines after exhaustion.
We are saying that they should deposit money in the ATM gallery at the ATM machine so that people can withdraw their money. They needed to start paying new money since November, December, and then this January. But as I'm hearing from my fellow colleagues, they said they are still paying the old note. It will not help matters.
Since the CBN made this announcement concerning this new notes and when it was going to stop, even as at last 2 weeks, they were still dispensing old notes. Is that even right? Is that how it's supposed to be? As at last week, they were still dispensing old notes. Who does that? And now you expect that